Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things each week to make the thing us tell the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. Live.
Hello.
This is Iggy.
Hello.
Iggy ate Kath's whole finger right before he started.
Iggy, what are you
Kath
looking
is
at?
Down a finger.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
A worthy sacrifice for this puppy.
Yeah. She took it down.
She's nice.
Ate it right up. It's all good. We're here on this beautiful rainy day.
El Stinko weather.
Yeah. These two umbrella softies walking around with their little shields against the
Yeah.
world.
Let this little dog get all wet.
As we all know, Eli is anti-umbrella, and I stopped to get a coffee, and Eli was waiting outside, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just standing here because I'm standing under this awning," and I said, "Oh, well, take my umbrella when I go inside," and I feel like you were a little offended by that. You
Not
did
offended.
take it, but you were just like,
Not offended, but then I get into the exact reason I don't care. Now I got to carrot. Now I got to hold some shit, you know?
"What else are you doing with your hands?"
Oh, I'm going in my pockets. I'm taking out cookies.
How dare you?
I'm checking my phone. I got a dog hanging off me in a bag.
You do have a dog
gotta
hanging
check
off
phone.
you.
Yeah, I got to check phone. I get a text, an umbrella. It's an important text from the hospital, and I'm holding an
It says,
umbrella.
"Don't walk while looking at your phone. You're going to fall down and come here."
Sir, this is the hospital.
I was stationary.
WID. This is the hospital.
This is the hospital. Hello, an important message from your bank. This is your bank.
Yeah.
We are your bank.
We need you to
love that tweet.
log into your secure inbox. Was that Steph McCann?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Important message. Hello, we are your bank.
Important update about your checking account. We have changed one thing that doesn't apply to you at all. That applies to 3 people.
We're changing our terms. It's getting worse for you, but not in a way you'll notice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the New York State tax people do that to me all the time. They're always sending like, important message. Good job paying your taxes. It's like, thanks.
Yonkers?
Yonkers Queen?
Yeah.
Life in Yonkers?
We need you to put in your social security number again to see, hey, thank you for paying taxes. That's what you do.
Why is anyone doing that this year? They're
Yeah.
laying off like a quarter of the workforce, like right now. No one's
You heard it here first, folks. Don't do it.
Not advice.
Conscientious objector. I'm sure they figured this out. Like the first year they paid taxes, they were like, this is not allowed to be a form of protest. You got to pay. You have to pay. You got to do it.
I got mine back, so.
I love everything that's going on, so I want to make sure that,
Yeah.
Gotta
keep funding
support. I'm
everything.
sending extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to help. I'm going to impoverish myself to help with the
my help.
mission.
They need my
Enslave me, please.
We must support them.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Please. Why does anyone need money or food?
Is money even real?
Guys,
Can we just all adopt a life of asceticism and just,
Everyone's always on their phones.
That's right.
it's simply
we
a
should all
little
just be like
pain
monks.
now.
And these are the people who were pitching a fit and screaming at the checkout line at Target because somebody
Right.
said, "Can you pull your mask back up?"
Your bulk bag of Doritos went up $3.
That collective
Losing your mind.
sacrifice is unacceptable, but this sacrifice for the greater good is obviously one we all have to make.
It's going to be great. We're bringing manufacturing back. It's going to be, I can't wait to be just like my impoverished ancestors who ground their joints to dust in a fucking
We're bringing
foundry.
manufacturing back. We are not bringing back any kind of regulations on
No,
them.
no,
We're
no,
actually
no.
getting rid of more of those.
Bringing back child mining. Yeah.
We love it.
Look, guys, it's just a momentary contraction, and it's for the greater good, and it's all going to be worth it when our economy collapses completely. And
May Allah awaken the people.
there you go.
That's right.
Exactly.
Look,
Chill, relax, have a matcha.
my precious metal arc. That
Right?
looks more viable by the day.
I'm sorry we doubted you about the precious metal.
Should have bought palladium. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Have you guys done any panic buying of things in the last couple days? Not
Like
anything
stuff
good?
that's going to get hit by
Yeah.
No, I mean, I got a graphics card, but that was That's already been
You were
going.
gonna-
Those are also already like double the manufacturer's price because of AI. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
cool.
good.
We did
I just want to use it to play my games.
play my own games.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We bought a
Well,
couple.
the gamers might rise up because of this Switch 2 shit. It might be time.
What Switch 2 shit?
They like canceled the U.S.
It's-
pre-orders until further notice.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
really?
like $250 more expensive than they said it
my
was going to
God.
be. And I feel like we're going to have like
Nintendo-
reverse Gamergate. It's going to be so
They're gonna
good.
They're gonna go storm the Capitol with and do Smash Brothers moves. They're gonna go try to do final smashes on
No, they're all going to be
Congress.
doing the Rick and Morty or the Naruto run in there. Like it's going to be like the Szechuan sauce stuff all over.
Oh
again.
yeah, look, that's a Rick and Morty fan, and people who enjoy a nice Mario Kart game are different. Okay, like a little race, a little
People
jaunt
the
around
people
the
that are
track.
on computer organizing and going to storm the Capitol about it, I think you're talking about some overlap there. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, did you buy anything besides graphic card?
No, not. I mean, we bought some stuff before over the holidays. Kind of. We got like a new projector thing.
Yeah.
You know, but that was like sort of something we were thinking about anyway. But it's like, well, might as well get it now before it's like 1.5 times the price.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I guess that was a
that's
good
what I
idea.
did, but like 2 nights ago. I bought a new TV and I bought vanilla bean paste and a bunch of Nespresso pods.
Why do you
like,
need
we
all
can't-
this stuff?
I know. What's the point? Well, I'm gonna barter it for better stuff when it's time. So
I did buy 10 high-quality Japanese steel I-beams. That's one thing from Nippon Steel directly. I did buy some of those in case I'm going to put up.
hauling those into your studio apartment.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like when Eli bangs his head on one of them. 'Cause he's
Yeah,
got them
yeah.
all. Oh, forgot
Look,
the
there's
duck.
not a lot of place to keep them, so I just got them set up. It's kind of like a web situation. It's like a spider's web if there was some sort of steel spider. Yeah, but
Like a ropes course.
yeah, exactly. Like a play place, a very industrial play place. That's what I'm
Yeah,
going
a
for.
play place that is like constantly sued for accidents.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
which is I think just regular play place.
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
The liability insurance you have to have a play place astronomical, I think.
Yeah. I think that's why I feel like there was a time where they just started getting shut down constantly, and that was probably why it was like a.
Yeah.
Well, you get put in the. Do you ever see one of those? Good shake, Iggy. Do you ever see one of those hamburger jails they used to have for kids?
Hamburger jail?
It was shaped like Mary McCheese's like mouth, and it was like a little jail.
Timeout.
Yeah, you could put kids.
It's like
in
how they
at
have jails at
McDonald's,
sports stadiums.
Yeah.
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 which they need
A holding
That's-
cell.
They need that, yeah.
So it's the brig. The McBrig.
Bring back the brig.
The McBrig.
Well, it's like, why is this nautical all of a sudden? It's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I got put in the McBrig for mixing all the sodas together.
She wants to explore. Let her explore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
Iggy's
being
going nuts.
disruptive.
Very disruptive.
Iggy, what's up?
Wow.
Now this is audio, baby.
Let's
This is why you got to subscribe to the Patreon to get the video version of this, and then you can kind of understand why we seem distracted at certain moments.
I was
when
looking at
she's
that camera,
jumping
not the one
around.
that's pointing right at me.
Yeah,
You know, it's gonna be like,
Side eye.
oh, over here.
yeah.
Like it's like being on the jumbotron at a sports thing where you're just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
no one ever
Jumbotron
clocks
is
where the camera is.
pointing in the wrong direction on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Classic move.
And we deserve a lot of credit for this. This is all done in one shot. This is basically that show about incels. But
Adolescence,
a
yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
There will be a shooting.
Yeah. Man, why do people think that everyone wants to watch a show about that?
It's a really good show.
It's-
I understand that, but it's like the third show
It's not
recently that
fun
I've
to
seen that's
watch.
about
Right.
in which that is a main storyline.
Yeah.
And I understand
well,
that
that's
it's important.
statistically, if you're looking at TV shows, statistically, if it reflected reality,
That incels. Oh, well,
there would be like 3 shows about it.
Statistically, if TV shows reflected reality, there wouldn't be like laser guns in them and
That's true.
swords.
Just
I don't
like
watch
shows
those
about
ones.
like
They have some
walking around,
creativity. Yeah,
sitting on
Shows
the
about
computer.
doing something cool. You know.
But yeah,
shows about-
I'm getting enough of that.
We
from
need
the
more
pit.
shows about hanging out.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
We need shows
doing
with
stuff.
3 people talking.
That's right.
That's what
We
we
need more shows about 5 friends in New York City.
Yes.
And one is kind of a ladies' man, and then 2 of them are brothers, and one of them likes dinosaurs. That's what we need more. Just friends forever.
2 of them are
Just-
brothers.
Yeah, which one are you
Well,
talking
2
about?
of them. I was thinking of God, Monica and Ross, but they're not both brothers.
They're not brothers.
They're siblings.
One of
They're
them,
siblings.
like
I meant siblings.
All siblings are brothers.
one of them
Yes.
is whiny and kind of sucks, but has the big love arc. Yeah, you know.
I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of Friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I've
It's just on.
avoided
It's
it.
like that's like when someone's like, I don't think I've ever heard Eye of the Tiger. It's like you don't know. You've seen Friends, you just didn't realize that's what you were watching. Like one of those level of things.
Friends is also like if you go to any other country and turn on the TV, Friends is on.
There's just so
100%.
much of it.
Yeah.
It's just.
I've told that story about how I showed Seinfeld to the Indian family I was staying with, and it happened to be the episode where George's fiance licks all the envelopes and dies, and they were like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Did not
It's
understand.
like that's
it.
actually a pretty controversial episode. To be fair.
Yeah, it was just like the darkest one.
That's
and I
about
was
as dark
like,
as
well,
they get. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, she sucked and she's dead, so it's like, all right.
No, someone dies.
Situational
funny,
comedy.
very funny. Yeah,
No, in every episode of Seinfeld, someone gets sick and dies. So that's who you tell them. This is everyone's favorite show.
it's a procedural about people dying.
Oh my God, they killed Kramer, you bastards. They got him upside down with a fork in his ass. Isn't that what he said? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things he said. That's the only one we'll repeat on this podcast.
That's right.
I've never seen an episode of Friends, but I do know all the words to the theme song.
Oh, yeah.
We'll say that.
Big
Yeah.
Bodine's head.
Yeah,
Big fan of the
Bodine's head.
Bodines.
You know, people don't play in the fountain with their friends enough. People don't
That is true.
get all wet with their friends.
If that
enough
happened, if you did that in
anymore.
real life, it would just everyone look like the guy in RoboCop that gets hit when he gets run over, just like wow.
You'd get Machine Gun Jimmy riddled with bullets.
That as well. Yes.
Yeah, and they should
Be
all
over for you.
They should all the whole show should start with all them all having a serious rash from dancing in the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They just immediately have like they should all have that worm that swims up your penis.
Have you guys heard about? There's like a bathhouse in Brooklyn.
And he's
that
paying
is-
way too much up there. You believe how expensive it is in there?
The bathhouse.
He's
which
paying
one?
$4,000 a month in that thing.
There's a bathhouse in Brooklyn that is currently. There's like a scandal because it was giving everyone UTIs. And
Oh, yeah.
Now they're like sending free coupons to everyone. Like, please
Come
come
back,
get a
you
UTI.
get another
Why are they
Free.
sending people coupons for free UTIs?
'Cause-
That doesn't make any sense.
They're losing so much money. They're like, don't you want to come back?
Yeah, yeah.
Roll the dice.
Come on, it wasn't that
Oh.
bad.
Live on the edge. Live a little.
It could have been from other
Chill,
stuff.
relax, have
Yeah.
a
Right.
matcha.
That could have come
Exactly.
from any of the bathhouses you frequent. How dare you accuse us?
It's like a spa. I feel like bathhouse has connotations at this place. Probably
Nobody in the
doesn't
Friends
have.
intro does like a spitting out the water, like a right. I
I don't
assume
think so.
not.
No, but it's getting in there.
It was in their contract that they didn't have to do that because it would send them to the hospital.
That's not like they're really in like that's not a that's like a set anyway, right? That's not like
I don't know. I've never
think
seen
it's
it.
a real fountain.
I think it's real
Yeah?
though.
Isn't
I
it
think
like
it's
it's
the
in
real
like, it's
one.
in like a field though. It's very like it doesn't look very like whatever.
Folks, on the bonus episode this week, we talk about what to do to the people in my hallway.
Then we also revisit some of the fun, weird stuff that everyone got up to during COVID.
And inevitably, the conversation once again turned to Butterball.
Join the Patreon because you can see video this week. We have video versions of both of our episodes, as well as 1 million back episodes of bonuses and ad-free versions of our main apps. So sign up today. We should probably get to numbers.
Let's do it.
Number
Number 5.
Is that couch really out there?
Is this real? Number 5 this week comes to us from it's one of the two. NC Hello.
Oh, NC Hello 326.
Yes, NC Hello 326. NC Hammer 326, one of the longest standing names in the Discord, and then suddenly switching it up. Come here. Okay.
Iggy
because,
is
um,
freaking.
Someone.
She's going off, and I'm gonna leash her. I'm gonna duct tape her to the wall. She likes that actually, so it's good.
You really it wouldn't take much. You really could do that.
You could completely suspend
She's
her from
very
the wall
small.
with duct tape, but now they won't let you do that.
They
anymore.
won't let you do it.
I'm not
Those are
allowed to
woke.
duct tape my dog to anything anymore.
Wokeness has run amok.
Well, speaking of wild animals behaving wildly, this story comes to us from the New York Post and from this. My God, this is a hawk in an English village that has been causing all sorts of problems. They say that it's hormonal, quote, and that's what's causing this. As you hear this story, I don't think they've fully explained why hormones would make it do this, which I think would be helpful.
They make you pissed off sometimes.
Yeah. Well, they say the bird likely went ballistic due to a hormonal flare-up during breeding season, but then they also say, though it's unclear why he did this thing in particular, so I feel like they're just like, I don't know, maybe he's got hormones going crazy. What he is doing, in particular, is dive bombing bald men and attacking their scalp. Look, very funny. But yeah, there's a picture of a guy here, and he is he's an old guy, and he's definitely gonna have Band-Aid on head, but he's bleeding quite profusely.
Yeah,
there's a lot of blood.
That's
in
like
their head.
they got like tissue paper scalp situation.
Yeah.
That tissue paper is exactly what it is.
But it would happen to anybody would be bleeding if they got attacked by a damn
hawk talon?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Also, like, man, I feel like it's bad design that if you get cut on your head, it's like you lose like a liter of blood.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a little nick.
You
I think
need
that's
all
bad design.
You need all that blood for your brain. You got to get it all soaked up.
It's all in there.
It's demanding so much blood fuel to think all the time.
I don't think, is there blood in your brain? I think if there's blood in your brain, you're
I think
having
there's
a bad
famously a
time.
blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying you
Build
got to
the
have
wall.
that stuff up there. It's got to have oxygenation.
We got to break that wall down.
Build the wall.
Everyone needs the blood in their brain.
Blood-brain barrier. Important.
Yeah.
Keep
Too
it
much
out.
damn blood in our brain. No, I think that was just like the oxygenation or whatever. But hey, I am truly not a doctor, so I don't know. But yeah, it bleeds like crazy with his talons getting in there.
Do they think
dripping and
these
driving.
guys are like bald eagles? Like they like have to attack them?
I don't think a bald human head looks like a bald
I don't know.
eagle head.
You know,
They get the words confused.
from really high up, from far away.
Maybe
you know.
they think it's like a big egg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
And they're
also-
like, that's a
Right.
competitor egg.
The guys are bald, but they all have the horseshoe, so it looks like a nest.
Yeah, there you go. I think
So,
that's what it is.
yeah.
They're like, that big giant egg is going to grow into a big giant bird that I'm going to have to compete with.
That's gonna steal my wife.
Yeah, because it's
My
hormonal.
mate.
That's, you know what this is? This is the hawk version of like fighting any guy in a bar that looks near your girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
yeah, just anybody. And then all these people are
Is
also.
this guy bothering you? That's what he's doing.
They are balancing one normal bird egg on their head, which, kind of on them for doing
Yeah.
that. You don't want to be doing
Taunting.
that.
These bald men who are simply trying to get the hawk eggs to make a hawk egg omelet are being attacked by this rogue hormonal hawk.
Yeah. Well, the best would be if it wasn't bald men or fully haired men, but only balding men because they thought it was like straw for nest. They
Right.
were like, that's, nice stringy nest material. It's combed back.
Trying to get that.
Nature telling you to just own it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go Stanley Tucci mode here.
Yeah. Nature telling you to come home.
It looks
Has
better.
Stanley Moochie.
Stanley Moochie.
That's when he doesn't pay the bill at
Yeah.
dinner.
Oh, buddy.
He's got alligator arms, so then the check comes. Oh, here he is, the mooch.
You're waiting on
What are alligator arms?
It means like you can't reach. You can't reach your
I
wallet.
can't get my wallet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very good insult.
waiting on a Venmo payment from Stanley Moochie. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Good
buddy.
luck. Has he like ever had hair? I mean, obviously, but like since we've known him,
No, but
okay. I was
he-
about to be like, yes, he doesn't have
who
alopecia.
knows? He might.
He used to have a more like robust like horseshoe situation, but I don't think really. I think he had like kind of some hair in like I want to say like Jury Duty because he was like the bad guy in spoiler for Jury Duty, the Pauly Shore film.
He does
But-
seem like a guy who wouldn't look as good with hair. He did bald
Yeah,
suits him
bald
very
really
well.
suits him.
And he's got kind of a round head, so I feel like when he has hair, he just kind of looks. he'd
It's a
have
good shape.
he's got a good head shape.
Yeah.
I would have a huge problem if I were bald because my head is covered in weird moles. It's really bad. The rest of my body's fine. Head, tons of weird moles up there.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh boy!
It's like
just the buzzer.
It's like a
You're
grand-
knocking him off. You
Grand
look
High
like
Witch
you got attacked by a
situation.
damn hawk.
Occasionally they cut them off me. It's
Oh.
it's no good.
Okay, so it's not a good picture
That's on,
really. But here
Kath
is
gonna
Stanley
be on the
Tucci
pit, getting her
holding a gun
weird
to
head
Pauly
woken
Shore's
up.
head. So yes, he was.
Okay,
he
he's
was
got a little
clearly
hair.
But
Show
balding.
the camera. Show the camera.
Yeah. That doesn't give me a good
There he
idea
is.
of what he looks like with a full head of hair because he's already somewhat coming home at that point.
Yeah, he's
It's coming
he's
home,
close.
lads.
Yeah, yeah,
This is the sort of thing like how Steve Martin's always had white hair. You know,
yeah.
like I know at some point he didn't, but that's none of my business.
Well, it was after he got really scared that one time.
Right,
When
yeah,
he was
yeah.
young. That was it.
Yeah, he saw a ghost and all of his hair turned white.
It did turn like a beautiful white though. You
Yeah,
know, because like
solid.
some people, I feel like that's the white your hair turns if you had really dark hair before. Like When my hair goes gray, it's gonna just like slowly lose color and look like shit. I'm not gonna have like the nice like silver,
I guess he
you know?
still kind of
Well,
looks like this because it's true. Like in Spotlight, he has this going on. I don't think that's a wig. I think that's just he let his hair grow. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like in Big Night he has hair.
I don't know what this is, but he's got more in this.
Yeah.
Just growing
Well,
it
he'd
out.
be safe from the hawk.
Yeah. It's also tough to be blonde and go white hair because you spend the interstitial in a very milky sort of color.
It just
Here we go.
sort of like loses color. It doesn't look nice.
Last
You
one.
never get salt and pepper.
Stanley Tucci in Miami Vice.
Okay.
Okay, that
there you
looks
go.
like I can see.
That-
I can
He's handsome, man.
fill it in.
He's a good-looking
I
guy.
don't get the like that he's a sex symbol. I think that's weird. Where it's like, ooh, he made a Negroni. It's like I don't get it, but he's a handsome man.
He certainly benefited from the like COVID cooking, like celebrity
Yeah.
COVID cooking thing. That was
It's
definitely
weird
big.
that I'm not into it because I feel like I love a straight guy who acts really gay. That's like a definite thing that I like. But Stanley Tucci, not doing it for me.
Got to go all over Italy.
Kath says no.
Got to go. Yeah. Why do I don't care. You're going all over Italy. I want to go all over Italy.
He's in those Pellegrino ads. It's like, man, that's how I want to live. And I want to be in the Stanley Tucci Pellegrino ad.
Yeah.
It's about
One of
as good
those.
as it gets.
Yeah, that's my dream is to be in the background of the Danny DeVito George Clooney Nespresso commercial, just at a table in
This
the
is
back
great.
in Italy. So yeah, that's the dream. But yeah, this as far as this hawk, it's attacking. I mean, funny, yes. Real problem, also yes. And this is a really unfortunate victim. This is one man who was on double blood thinners, which old people be
no.
on blood thinners.
Oh boy.
They got
Blood
to water
too
that
thick.
shit down.
Also, they double up the blood thinners.
My blood, if I don't take these things, is like clay.
double thick, double thick.
My blood is a slurry. I can't. You can hear it.
It's gack.
Yeah.
I got gack in my veins, dude.
Yeah, my heart is working to that song Roundhouse, trying to pump the slurry of blood through my body. I'm on all sorts of blood thinners.
Dun, 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 dun,
This
dun,
is
dun,
also,
dun,
dude,
dun,
you
dun,
can't.
dun,
This
dun,
can't
dun.
be the solution. This is a guy named Steve Harris, which is, yeah, that's definitely the name of a guy like this. He
Kind of just a
said,
name, but all right.
well, you know. So he is forced to wear a bike helmet on his daily jog.
Damn.
Not sure if
That's
is
a real.
great
That's a real.
solution.
That's a geezer. That's an old geezer.
That's a proper geezer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd
Bike
just be,
helmet
if I
on
saw
your
like a guy jogging with a bike helmet, I would just assume that his bike just got stolen. I was like,
Which way do they
chasing-
go? I assume this way.
Yeah.
Can I help?
Yeah.
I feel like, oh, okay, maybe that guy, maybe he like had a concussion recently or something. That's probably what I'd think. He's got to protect.
Oh
it,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. He's still reshaping his head.
Yeah,
He's got the-
maybe he has like some kind of syndrome where he has like baby head for his whole life. And
Yeah.
fontanelle never closed. You
Yeah,
know?
and he's still wearing the baby glasses too. He's still wearing the big plastic
Dude,
baby
I love
glasses.
the baby glasses. Fucking love them. I know they're sad because they mean a baby really can't see.
Yeah,
If you know a baby needs glasses, it's got problems. But man, those glasses are cute.
yeah. It's why not just have get some decorative ones, get some accessory
Yeah,
ones.
like like
Just
a hipster.
clear
back in the day.
plastic.
Classic
Yeah.
hipster move.
Yeah, get those babies. Let them accessorize a little more. Let them choose their own accessories. Lay it out like you're finding the next Dalai Lama. Just
And
be
they
like,
just
what do you
go-
like?
They just
Yeah.
hit it.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Pick a hat.
Wabi Paka. Just like that.
When I visited my friend who just had a baby in Toronto last week, and the big thing, she was like, okay, he's at the stage, we have to teach him about his feet. He needs to learn that he has feet and like grab them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so she had little socks with little rattles shaped like hamburgers on the toes.
Yep.
And
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I want these. I would need to learn about my feet.
I forgot about my feet.
He's got to get foot permanence. What happens if you don't learn about your feet?
Well, this is the thing I was thinking is like, regardless of whether your parents actively teach you about your feet, you're gonna find out. Like
Yeah,
you
you'd
will
think
learn.
so.
Yeah.
You just get really scared.
I just want to know. I'd be like, if the doctor told me that, I'd be like, all right, we're going to do that because you say to do it. But walk me through the life of someone who never learns they have feet. How does this develop? What happens? You've
What are the
sparked a lot of
consequences?
interest in me
Yeah.
about what would happen if I didn't do this, which, as I've said, I'm going to do.
It's important for the baby to stretch hamstrings.
It actually is like
you grab their foot.
It helps their like core development to
Yeah.
do it.
Baby
it also
Hercules.
the big thing I learned is that like babies don't know how to fart and it really freaks them out. when they feel like they have to fart because they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's like
And
burping. You gotta
burp
force
them
it out.
and you gotta fart them. You gotta like move their legs around so they fart.
Yeah.
So if they can grab their feet, they can kind of fart themselves.
That's like
a
a-
classic fart position.
Yeah, rolling.
That's
back.
what they do to you in the because like there's a lot of people go to the hospital like thinking that something's really wrong and they just have bad gas.
That is
They
my
rock 'em
like
back and
biggest fear. I'm so afraid that's gonna happen to me. I need to go to the emergency room and then it's like that Louis episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. Just ripping a big one on a gurney, being
Yeah.
walked back to
Oh,
my
I'm good now. All right.
Paying $4,000
Yeah,
to be put in,
right. How much
put in
for the- how much
Happy
is this?
Baby by a nurse. Oh,
How much for the
sorry.
ambulance?
going
that's
happy baby mode.
Yeah. Oh well, you gave me half an aspirin and put me in Happy Baby. I will be in debt for the rest of my life.
They got the doctor to burp me.
Yeah. I had to go get. Yeah,
I did spit up.
I got burped at the ER, and they have taken my mother prisoner.
Yeah.
She is in debtor's jail.
I will
now.
never financially recover from this.
They made me
Yeah.
bring the title to my car.
Yeah. They took my
Which isn't even
father's
mine.
ring.
It's a lease.
Yeah. So weird. I got a bill.
Father's
I got a bill from the hospital that specifically said your father's gold watch
Yep.
is what I owed them.
Your father is Leto Atreides. My father's ring.
Yeah. More family rings. Bring that back. We
With
need
a
more
crest
signet
on them.
rings.
I agree.
Yeah.
More things that when you lose them, you also like no longer belong to the family.
Right, you're kicked out of the nobility.
Yeah,
'cause
no
you
one
lost
believes
it.
you. You have to live as a pauper until you locate
Find
the
the
ring
ring.
again. Yeah.
Well, that
More of
kind of
that.
is the society we're heading
We
towards.
are
so
heading that way.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
exciting.
Well, silver lining, that might happen.
Yeah.
The rings might come back. So,
Should we do number 4?
look on the bright side of life. Yeah, number 4. Sorry to these bald guys. I'm with you. I'm sorry you're getting attacked by a hawk.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Just hope they don't drop a turtle on you and kill you like that philosopher. That's the worst case.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Which philosopher?
I can't remember off the top of my head. It's not Chrysippus. He died from laughing, right? The donkey, these figs. I'll look
right.
it up, but
In the meantime, number
Man,
4.
probably made a pretty good sound.
It probably did.
Number 4.
Did he cry out or just like was it just over?
I think he was out.
cry
I think
out?
it was. That sucks. I feel like if you die that way, you want to be silent. You want it to be over fast enough that the last words out of your mouth aren't. "Ah!
yeah.
Ah!"
Just you don't want to
Humiliating.
see it coming.
I hate to cry out.
Getting the ick because a guy cried out when he died.
It's like, well, he's dead. So
Yeah.
doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
but I'm
either
not
way.
going to his funeral because I got
Yeah,
the ick.
Ugh.
Aeschylus? I don't know how to say. I don't speak that.
I believe it is
language.
Aeschylus.
Yeah, he's a playwright. But what is a playwright if not a philosopher? What is a comedian if not a
truth teller.
philosopher, a truth teller?
This story comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube in the Discord. I'm sad about this because I like this chocolate. Bad news. Recall of Tony's Chocolonely. Hate to see it. Thankfully, it's not like E. coli or something. But there are, quote, small stones in some of the chocolates. I guess something about almond processing is the problem.
There
there
are rocks in there as
little
part of that
rocks in there.
process?
Yeah. I
You
guess
gotta
you
go
gotta
deeper into that.
Are we like digging the almonds out of like shale or something?
Yeah.
Like
Did the almond truck crash and spill into a quarry, and then you had to get all the almonds
Pick
out?
all the almonds out?
And
Yeah.
so some stones made it through as well.
I will say if I were eating one of these and there was small stones, I'd probably just be like, "Oh, there's like a new mix in."
Yeah.
here. Like I don't know if I would
I'm
notice.
like this will help me digest like a bird.
Yeah, some new very hard nut is in here.
It's gonna
We
help me
discovered a
yeah.
new harder than ever nut.
Yeah, more like Stoney's Rocco Stonely. You can really
Stoney's
just
Rocco
really
Lonely.
just hammer it down.
Yeah.
It all rhymes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Quote: "We are extremely sorry to have to issue this recall and for the inconvenience that this will cause. But again, might be good for your tummy to eat some small stones." So.
Yeah.
These are huge impulse bars. This is where
Impulse
they live.
bars.
These are real impulse. They got a very attractive packaging.
Yeah.
Even if the name is a little bit insulting, like "Hey loser, it's Friday night.
Dude,
have
my-
some chocolate by yourself."
My students, I don't think they understood, but it was brutal. My students last year for Valentine's Day got me some. I
No.
was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. But thank you.
We got
They
you the
didn't know.
lonely
They don't.
candy.
They don't know that I'm lonely. It doesn't come up, but they sensed it.
We got
Apparently,
you spinster sugar treats.
yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah.
really bleak.
getting
For Valentine's Day, too. They got me a Valentine's Day spinster candy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm touched.
Getting you a restaurant gift card that just says table for one
Table
on
for
it.
one.
It's like, why would they even make this? How many of these could they be giving out that are not mean?
Yeah. We made you a gingerbread house with only one set of silverware and one chair in it.
There's one gingerbread woman and a cat, and that's what's in there.
That's it.
It's, very
Not
sweet.
ideal.
Thank you.
Gingerbread
We
book.
love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gingerbread book, gingerbread person lying on their bed with the laptop on their chest watching a movie.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
And
Actually,
a real just slight burn on their kind of sternum from the hot battery of the laptop.
I think I've had this chocolate. I don't think I've ever bought it because I think I've resisted the siren
The chocolate
song.
The siren call, yeah.
But
the
I
caramel sea salt
I
ones
think
are
it's
really
been
fucking
at the
good.
like it's been on the kitchen counter, like Whitney got it or something, and I've had some. It's pretty good.
The caramel ones
No
are really
rocks
good.
to my recollection.
I would probably eat if someone gave me one and they're like, there might be little rocks in this, and it was a caramel one, I would probably eat it. I would take my
Like how
chances.
small
I
are
would
these rocks?
definitely-
It's like nerd sized,
That's what I'm imagining is nerds. I'm
Nerd
imagining
size.
little
but not
rock
like the big
nerds.
ones. Like
No, not the ones that get stuck
like
together.
the individual nerd, like a nerd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a single nerd. I don't like the ones that are stuck together. I feel like it's too much nerd. Makes I'm just like, this is too intense for me.
Crack them on the table like an egg. Break them up. Yeah. Get a hammer out. Do it like put them in a Ziploc
I feel like
bag.
I feel like you don't really encounter nerds on their own anymore. It's just the nerds rope and the clusters. I feel like they're really phasing out of the
Hate
boxes.
the nerds rope. I hate it.
I like the clusters. I don't know about the rope.
It's a bad combo of textures. It tastes like a gummy with like hair on it. It's like you rolled a gummy on the ground and it picked up all the little rocks.
Yeah.
That is what it is like.
Nasty.
Some people just are freaks. I don't know what to say. They just want to eat a little nasty, dirty rope.
It's a dirty rope. That's what it is.
I wonder how if that started because they were like, we got to figure out a way to get into movie theater concessions because you cannot have a box of nerds.
Oh no, it's a nightmare.
Shaking it out. Just
Noisy.
audio alone, big problem.
Noisy, messy too. Someone dropped some of those.
Knock
It's
that
like,
shit off.
It's like the glitter of candy. You can't sweep all those
You
up.
can't.
Yeah.
They're getting caught in all the cracks.
Walking up to the concession stand at the movies asking for, hey, do you have Tic Tacs here? Do you have a big thing of Tic Tacs? Maybe family
Do you
size
got
Tic Tacs?
the novelty Tic Tacs that come in a maraca, please? That's
yeah.
what I would like.
Put the nerds away.
Yeah. Do you have Tic Tacs in a rock tumbler I could borrow to store them in if possible for the duration of this movie? But, yeah.
I wonder if you could like rock tumble some Tic Tacs into jewels, into some
Yeah.
agate,
Yeah.
or some geodes rather. That's what I mean. Tic Tac geodes.
Yeah, get them into real smooth. That slurry would be delicious when you open up the rock tumbler.
Ooh, that I think it
sugar
would taste
water.
like toothpaste, but
Yeah.
that would be good.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever
sweet
wanted to
toothpaste.
eat toothpaste?
Orange
You
Tic
know?
Tac.
I have
Very
eaten
unique
toothpaste
flavor.
famously.
Famously,
My
I do feel like
strawberry Toms.
when I was a little kid
Delicious.
and my family never had anything that tasted good because they were like health nuts, I feel like I was pretty tempted by that toothpaste.
the Tom strawberry.
I've had the Tom Strawberry, but even the minty one, I was like,
Oh,
this is
really?
close to candy, and
You
which
gotta-
I never get.
Yeah, that's the trick is you got to go do Tom's because it's got no fluoride in it because they're weird about that. I think, or I just should have been sicker when I was a kid. One of the two. But yeah, if you're eating the Aquafresh, then you're getting poisoned. You know.
Do you think they're gonna take the fluoride out of our water? I really don't want them to do that. That's like the main thing saving my teeth from falling out.
It seems like yes, they seem pretty set on it. I would say.
If they decide to do
relatively.
it, they'll lean on local governments with funding threats and stuff. So they certainly could
That'd be good.
try to do that.
Well, I mean, it's not federally required right now, so I'm not really sure. Unless
No,
they
yeah,
would
plenty
actually
of places
ban
don't
it.
have it.
So
And
you
the
know.
people in those places, their teeth are really fucked up.
yeah, they're looking crazy.
My parents' teeth are really fucked up because they didn't have it when they were kids. And I feel like that's like kind of hereditary, and mine are okay. And I think it's because of the fluoride.
Fluoride definitely helps.
Yeah.
We'll just start getting the tablets. You know, start just throwing that in everything I have,
Dosing
every bit
yourself.
of water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put
Little
that in a
Alka
Diet
Seltzer.
Coke. You put it fluoride tablet in
Put
a
the
Diet
fluoride
Coke,
in the Diet Coke.
and then it's
I
acidic.
put some
so
in
it-
those DCs.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah,
Shelby.
Thank you, Shelby, for keeping our teeth safe. Yeah. I feel like the acid and the
he
sugar.
used a syringe to put it in, and then he kind of used a lighter to seal the cap.
Seal the
yes.
cap?
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't see.
Shelby dosing our Diet Cokes with, I don't know, nitrous oxide or something to
yeah.
make us funnier.
I tampered with those drinks.
It did make me uncomfortable when we walked in here and there were 3 empty syringes on Shelby's coffee table. One
Didn't
for
I don't know why
each
you
of
use a
us.
different one for each. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can just use the same one.
Well, you
It's the
got to
same
keep them
stuff.
sterile, even when you're poisoning someone.
Okay.
You want
Gotta be
to
safe.
you want more evidence, really. You want to triple the evidence.
Oh, those
Yeah.
are just my syringes. Just
Yeah.
like that's the attempt.
That's
to
how I
hand-wave
drink
it.
my sugar water. Like a little hummingbird.
Yeah. Getting it shot into my mouth like a bush baby, like a sugar glider. That's
Oh man, sugar
You know.
glider. Now we're talking.
Thumbs
now
up.
we're talking.
Thumbs up.
A little pocket
Thumbs
here.
up for the sugar
I
glider.
listened to our Little Guys episode of the High and Mighty podcast the other day because a famous person that we love said they thought it was funny. We found out.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if we want to shout them out, but I listened to it and we talked about sugar gliders a lot and how
Oh,
much
yeah.
we
That's
fucking love
that's
them.
a little guy.
Classic
Little
little
guy.
guy.
Check out that episode.
Essential.
Of High and Mighty.
Quintessential,
mighty.
some might say. Yeah.
It was interesting because it was right after it
The
was
person was Barack Obama who said it.
like Barack
Yeah.
Obama. He put us on that list.
It was on his list of.
Yeah.
We're on his Spotify playlist. It's all those songs and then one episode of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like right when people were getting vaccinated, and we posed the question: if your vaccination date was at the same time as your appointment to swim with otters, which would you pick? And we were like, I think we were all like, I could wait a couple more days to get the vaccine if it meant I could swim with otters.
Can they come there? Why can't they come there?
To the vaccine
yeah.
appointment?
No. The otters, I suppose, could come to the vaccine place. I was like, hey, vaccine people, why don't you come over and
Set up over here.
Yeah.
Why not?
One arm on the otters, one arm.
The otter holds your hand while you get the shot
Yeah.
to
That's
keep
nice.
you, you know,
Yeah, because I pass out.
pass out.
That seems like such an embarrassing thing to be. You know, the people who like pass out every
Thank you,
time.
Brad Garrett, for the kind words about the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people who just pass out every time they get a shot. Is that real? Or is that only
There
in
are
medical
people-
dramas?
there are people
Yeah,
that
or like
are
have to get blood.
Deathly afraid
Yeah.
of needles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I really I had to get blood drawn the other day, and I can't watch it. I absolutely can't watch it come out of my arm. I won't pass out, but I will be grossed out and feel a little weird.
Yeah.
You do that feeling of like it draining out is a little weird.
Yeah, the feeling of
Yeah.
it draining out, I feel like, is my arm gonna fall off?
Seeing the little tube fill up is like, oh, that's
I don't
okay.
like knowing that's in there. I don't like thinking about veins. I don't like thinking about arteries. I can think about like, I don't know. I'm fine that I got like a spleen in there. I'm not cool with it being there's like juice running through me. Don't like it.
At the risk of sounding like a strange child, I like it kind of. I think it's cool.
Like
to watch.
interesting.
Yeah, Shelby is with me. Because it's cool, because it's nice. I don't know. It's cool that you can just drain you like a car. Like they can leak. Someone can just like leak a
Yeah.
little bit out. They're like, yeah, give us a little bit of this. And you're like, all right, cool. All right, I got enough. I'll make more.
I've been too freaked out to give blood. I tried once and I couldn't because of like something with tattoo. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
you
got
gotta-
tattooed in another state and they like wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, they make you wait a long. I got tattooed in another country and I had to wait like 3 years to do it again.
Yeah. But I haven't gone since because I've been freaked out. But I think I'm finally going to do it, mostly because I want to know what my blood type is. I
Yeah.
think that's interesting.
Oh yeah, they give you a card and then you
That's a
lose
good one
that
to
card
know, yeah.
and then you forget.
Put
my
that in,
brother's like
your-
the universal donor thing. So he
Yeah.
got like a certificate about being like, you've given us so much blood. Good job.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Brother,
the only
we
way
are
you remember
taking your
it.
blood. If shit goes bad, we're coming after
We're
you.
coming for
Yeah.
you. You're-
We're ringing you out.
You're gonna be a war boy. We're gonna hang you up and drain you.
That's what. But I feel like when everyone's like, "I want to know my blood type," we all just want to know if we're special.
I want to know if
I
I'm
wanna know if
special,
I'm- they get-
and I might be because
I'd
I'm
rather be-
related
I'd
to
rather
someone
be-
who is.
I'd rather be a universal recipient than a universal donor.
Yeah.
I can take
Give
any
me all that blood.
I don't even
Give me
remember.
that blood.
I don't even remember what I was, but I remember like they
Give
give
me
you the
that
card.
blood.
They give you a card that says what you are, and as soon as it wasn't O positive, O negative, it was like B
Fuck
U negative.
this.
I just
Who
like threw it in the
cares?
trash. I was like,
This
whatever.
sucks.
It's like, do you even want my blood? This is stupid. Or you find out that you're like the cursed blood type. What's the one that's like? Because O neg is like, or wait, it is O neg that's sort of cursed because you can donate to anyone, but you can't receive
Yeah.
almost anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're ripping through that stuff on the pit. My God. Gallons.
Gallons of blood.
Kath in the background just like completely desiccated. They're like, we need that Kath blood, that special Kath blood. Yeah.
I don't know if I have it. I gotta find out.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
shows up. I heard you guys need blood.
Yeah, and they're like, not your blood. No,
Get outta
fucking
here.
B
I show up and
negative
I'm like,
or
I heard you
whatever."
guys have blood. Can I have some blood? I could use some extra.
Yeah, just pack me up. It can't make me feel worse, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
no
what am I
damage.
gonna pop? Give me some more blood.
Yeah, give me a little back. If you're gonna take some of mine, give me some of yours. That's the deal.
It's a deal.
I want to look like a skeeter, like a full skeeter.
Big fat tick, full of blood.
You look like a big fat tick. Oh. Hey.
Is that what it's like?
Yeah.
Like the guy in Big Trouble in Little China, but just full of blood.
That's what I want. Pump me up.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before? Can't remember. Should we
Blood.
do the next one?
Sure.
Number 3.
Talking about rocks.
Little rocks.
Oh yeah, rocks and Tony Chocolonely. The ones with that Tony Chocolonely without filling, too kind of rocky itself. Too much chocolate, too thick, too hard to chew. That's my take.
I like that it has the irregular pieces. So you're like, I think I want like a bigger one right
It's
now.
very gravelly in like its makeup. Yeah, because you get a bunch of irregular
Shards.
chunks. Yeah.
I like it. Anyway, number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us from Chrono Triggered Sim in the Discord, and this is a story about a vigilante in in Colorado, Summit County, Colorado, and up in the mountains. There is a lady in the a town or unincorporated Silverthorne, whatever. That's what I guess what it's called. Called to report an unknown man has been throwing bags of dog poop into her yard onto her driveway over the past month. She got security footage of someone doing it. She suspects it's the neighbor. Deputy reached out to the suspect, only to find he did not match the description. I don't know how they would know that. Was it like very tall versus short? Like, I'm curious how they could be like, not him.
Yeah, how is he the suspect if he doesn't look anything like the person they described?
I feel
She's trying to frame this guy.
Yeah.
I feel like she's
trying to stitch this guy up.
She's like, this guy has motive, but I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Like, I think this guy would do this because of things I've been doing.
Okay, so during the investigation, this is why you got to be careful.
I can't believe the police are actually investigating this.
Several of the woman's neighbors noted the woman involved is known for failing to pick up after her dog. So everyone's like, we hate this
They
lady.
should be throwing unsheathed poop at this woman's house.
They should be throwing a bomb into her house. One neighbor even noted that an unknown man in the area seems to be on a crusade, quote, seems to be on a crusade against those who do not pick up their dogs, end
Good.
quote. Suggesting that this
We
person,
need like the fucking Rorschach of dog poop.
Yeah, crusade is too negative of a word. Like has too much negative connotations for something that he should be. It's like
Something
a local
righteous.
person, local do-gooder is making sure people pick up their dog shit.
she's likely targeted due to not picking up after her dog. So, look, this lady, for one thing, this person should not be punished. For another thing, this lady should be jailed or put in the stocks.
He should get the key to the
Yeah.
city, and
Yeah.
she should be put in the stocks.
Put her in the stocks, and everyone can throw dog turds at her in the stocks. Pick up after your fucking dog, lady. What's your
Yeah.
fucking problem?
It is like, it's baffling to me that people don't. You have to walk by this,
It's very
presumably.
bad. It's,
like, they also have to deal with the fact that
Yeah.
there's dog shit on
There
the
is
street.
so much of it, and it is.
There's somebody on my block, their dog takes huge shits, and they leave them.
They just don't pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very
just
cool.
like-
Thanks.
And it's nobody ever sees it. Obviously, this is only done in
In secret.
under cover of night or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Real coward hours.
yeah. I'm just glad that those big ones, I have a plausible deniability. Because if somebody's like, "Is that your dog?" I'd be like, "That would kill her.
Yeah.
that would." She would be so sick. if
She'd be
that's what she
so
did.
sick.
Pretty cool, right?
What's really like confusing to me, that's really thrown me for a loop, and I still haven't really cracked why people are doing this. There are people on my block who will bag it but not throw it away.
Yes, I've
They
seen that
bag it
too.
and leave it on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is this middle ground here? That's
There's
no
the
third
worst for
way.
there's a
everyone.
garbage can
Yeah.
on the corner. Just go to the corner.
Like, they're
You're probably
like-
going there anyway.
Yeah, they're end up with this. They're like, agree to disagree. I think I have a compromise that works for everybody. No, it's so
you can't
much
be a
weirder.
centrist on this.
Yeah,
It doesn't work. I think we'll also like, especially here, because there are trash cans on literally every corner.
Yeah.
So there's really no fucking excuse not to. If you live somewhere where you have to carry it a really long way, I don't understand it. Like, you just have to fucking carry your dog shit until you get home. I'm sorry. That's it.
It's just something you got to get over. Like the whole shit thing. I don't know.
Don't
like,
have a dog if that's a problem for you.
Yeah, and it shouldn't take, even if you think it's gross, it shouldn't take more than like 2 days before you're just like, yeah, whatever. The bags don't break. Like, it's
Right.
fine.
You got a protective layer.
Yeah.
If it really bothers you, get a fucking bring a latex glove with you or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
I am a bit confused. I will admit that like the people who have residential, sometimes somebody's like really mad if you put a bagged everything bag like into the outside trash can that's like outside of their apartment.
Yeah, I was never clear on what the rules are about
I don't
that.
get why
about
they're mad.
throwing trash in people's.
Well, because it's not in a bigger bag. It's like not, like, so it's just
Yeah.
kind of floating around in there, I guess, is
So
the
it might
thought.
get,
So that
like,
like if
not-
they have to take it out to put it on the corner, then they have to like reach in and find it. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want, because they wouldn't necessarily grab it if it like falls in between the bags or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, I think
I don't know, there's a
around
can
me
on the
they
corner.
just-
Fuck off. Like, that's, you
around
know,
me they
fair
just yeah, because it's like it definitely is. You know, the amount of like it's the weirdest. It's always been the weirdest thing to me. That's such like a strange way to punish lower income neighborhoods is to just like not have trash cans anywhere. And it's like, why? And they're like, it's dirty. And it's like, well, there's fucking literally
There's no fucking
nowhere
trash. Yeah.
to throw anything away.
My street is disgusting because it is too narrow for the street cleaner
Oh,
to
no.
go through. So like it never gets fucking cleaned. It's
Yeah.
it's nasty.
That's suboptimal. I mean,
Suboptimal.
I'm
we have,
imagining a very West Side Story sort of like
It kind of is like West Side Story
Yeah.
out there.
a
But
lot of laundry. Is there laundry hanging between your building and the building opposite you?
Not that I've seen, but
But you
like
could?
it's plausible that
Ooh.
would. Yeah. It's I'm rent stabilized.
Yeah.
I can't leave.
Is
She lives in an
Spider-Man
alley.
kissing someone upside
Alley.
down outside of your house? Is that
Never seen it, but possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's no good. The one thing is, if you have a car, you never have to move it because they don't do street cleaning. so that's good.
yeah?
But
like you see
nasty.
those cans, like, because now they have the recycling cans and the individual garbage cans, because they've started like enforcing like smaller places have to have like garbage cans now, which is good.
They're doing stop and frisk for garbage. Really, is what's happened in the
and
city.
compost now, but
Yeah.
like when they like empty them, they like, because of the way they do it, they just leave the lids open, I guess, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So one, if it's raining, you'll have like a couple inches of water in them, and two, like people will just like be going by and be like, whoop, oh great, that's solved for me. And it's like, great, there's a dog shit thing like at the bottom of this garbage can that's
Full of
too
water.
tall to reach in to
Yep.
get, so I have to dump it
I
out.
have to. My whole body is going to make contact with the inside of this garbage can if I
mean,
reach
people
down
are
to get
just
it.
not considerate. That's all, you know. And this is not the same as that, because that's at least like there's already garbage in here. So what's the difference?
I won't throw things in an empty one.
Right,
If
like
there's
an
like
empty,
bags on top, I will sometimes. If I have a little iced coffee, I'll
Right.
sneak it in there.
If you or if you look in there, there's just like somebody's got like, you know, random like, you know, a coffee cup or something goes in there. It's like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'll take that. The thing is, I'll take that instead of people doing it, what they sometimes do, into my mailbox, which is
Wow, someone
Yeah.
hates you.
No, people just because it's on a main intersection, so people sometimes just put shit in a package box. They're like, I'm done with this, you know, like
Wow.
finished with my Fruitopia. Time
Barbarians
to throw it in a
in this
package
city.
box.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
I mean, I think I do think if you get caught leaving your dog and not picking up and not having like a, you know, really good case, like where you can demonstrate, oh, I have bags, I just don't have one right now.
My
Oh my
hand
god,
got
oh my
cut
god,
off.
you know. No, but like, you know, like if you don't have a bag, if for whatever reason, like I've done it, but I ask other people walking their dogs, like, do you have
Right.
an extra bag?
Yeah.
Just, you know, for whatever.
I've had that happen before
And
too.
I would probably go back and find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I, you know what I mean? Because I just like, well, especially because I am now like allergic to being a hypocrite about this. But like, if you get caught doing that, you should like have to eat it. Like, fork and knife.
Fork and knife, napkin tucked into your
Two
neck.
options. Either you eat it now or you let it become like the white thing and then you smoke it like a cigar.
Which would you pick?
I think probably eat. I don't think I want to be
You still have to
I don't
use
want
a cigar.
aerosolizing
aerosolizing it into
fumes
my
into my-
lungs.
yeah.
It seems like not a
You
good
still have
idea.
to use a cigar cutter to get the tip off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
Comes
wrap it in
Just
a
being
leaf?
like with a dog turd. Wait, what's the difference? If you're a cigar person, it's like, oh yeah, this is so much worse.
Right.
You wrap it in one of the bags, like a tobacco leaf, and then you smoke it.
What if can you
Looks
make
like
it
a
into
dolma or
can you
whatever.
make it into
Yeah,
the
see.
coffee?
Oh, the civet coffee.
The civet coffee? Can you make it into the poop coffee?
Okay, yeah. Third option is you put it in boiling water and kind of stir it up, and then you have to drink
I
it.
think I would do that because I could just chug it, you know?
That like poop coffee is like the worst thing in the world. Of like on every level, it's because they're like it's already like it's, you know, digested by an animal and pooped out and then made into coffee, and you're like, that's not great. And they're like, also it's incredibly cruel to the animal that shits it out. And you're like, whoa, we definitely don't need this.
Man, millions new people learned about that stuff because of Reacher this season.
There's
is that
poop
part of
coffee
it?
in
They
Reacher.
talk about it, yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of
Every
this
time
weird,
I
like-
see a
he's just
screen
like
cap of
cat's
that
asshole.
guy, every time I see a screen cap of that guy from Reacher, he's bigger. He just keeps.
There's a
growing.
bigger guy this season on Reacher though. Like they found a bigger guy.
They found an even bigger guy.
Yeah.
Is he a friend or a foe?
He's a foe.
Reacher has the same disease as Clifford, the big red dog. They're both. Eventually, he's going to have to live on Birdwell Island. And
The thing is, I've met him. I did like a TV thing with him years ago, and he wasn't that big. He's like really not that big. I feel like they do like trick photography or something.
They
They're
do
doing
like the opposite
Lord
of
of the
what they do to
Rings.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing something.
Making
I mean,
him look bigger than everyone else as opposed to everyone. Him. Yeah.
Or he's taking some sort of mysterious. I don't know if there's anything that would make you bigger and stronger, but if there is,
who knows?
Who knows?
No, I just mean like height wise, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
He's certainly gotten more jacked since I like worked with him, but he's like a tall guy, but he's not like you tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're getting shorter and shorter cameramen every season.
Yeah.
They're just. It's now operated by like a little meerkat as the cameraman. They look so tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like the poop thing, or I don't know if this is, but at the very least, if you don't have a bag or anything, I've done this, I'll admit, when I'm in dire straits.
Eat
Go
it?
get I ate it. Well, I deserve this.
There's nowhere else for this to go.
Except my stomach.
well.
I guess I'm the garbage can.
And I'm like, if somebody saw me doing this, I don't know if they'd be like, good on you, or like, this is the strangest. But you go get a stick and you at least like push it out of the path. You push it into the street where the street cleaner can get it.
Where the street cleaner
You could
can
like get like anything like even like a big leaf or something to pick up and then bring it to the
Where are
thing.
the big leaves?
This
I don't know, some trees
I
have
say
leaves.
the
go to
leaves
a
are
bodega
crackly.
and buy like a DC or something. They always give you a bag.
Yeah.
Even when you're like, this is so pointless.
Nobody's doing that. Those kind of
gotta
people
do
are
that.
not doing that.
I know, but I'm saying
The people that don't even go to the corner when they have already done 70% of the work. This is good enough.
But Eli, as opposed to pushing it out with a stick,
Yeah, but then if you're walking like a block and a half, I'm like, someone's gonna step in it. I gotta guard it. You know.
you gotta guard it.
Yeah.
Put up a little like caution tape
a little
around
flag.
it.
you gotta carry. You have to carry cones with you.
Yeah, and
I
then
forgot my
a crime
bags.
was committed here.
I mean, Liza had diarrhea in the street, and I like kind of cleaned it up, but like you can't. There's only so much.
That
you can
one-
do.
only so
that's
much
so
you can
funny.
do.
And then
Not
there
to be
was
gross. Yeah, you just gotta.
there was a
it's-
guy who just like finished a run and was just kind of walking, and I was like, whew. And we happened to be like on the about to go inside, and I turned around and I was like, oh, look, watch out, and he was like, oh, thanks. I was like, all right, that's
Watch
the last
out, my
time I
dog
can do
had
that.
diarrhea.
Well, it was raining that night, so it got
Cleaned it
taken
up.
care of. But it
Cleaned
was
it
like
up.
that guy just had the
real
worst
mess.
timing in the world, where he was like, you know, and then,
Yeah, I do.
although
I will say-
what
That's
you
a
don't
Sex
want,
and the City
what you don't want is
thing.
like a bike going by and picking it up and just bringing a.
Yeah, that's no good.
firing it everywhere.
Especially because that's
yeah.
like if the e-bike guy is in the street, you want to reward that. You don't want him to be on the sidewalk.
Right. No, but you're right. And then it's raining and it just gets shot out from the wheels all
Yeah.
over everyone.
Someone running like a lawnmower for no reason on the sidewalk, just blasting. I will say this was old. This is when I worked as a dog walker, not the icky thing, but I was in dire straits. I had to do the stick, kind of whack it onto the street. And like the stick was more like springy than I expected. And it definitely just fired it onto the side of a car, like like a parked car. Thump. And it stuck to the car. And I was just like,
Oh no.
Who would do this?
Who would do this?
Just that person's entire they're like spiraling out of control, trying to figure out why they're being targeted.
it's like
Who am I
still
wronged?
there. Yeah.
Who was it?
Still there when they get home, like it's a fucking rock climbing
It's like-
hold. It's just on the side of the door.
It's like the urban legend about the hook.
Yeah.
Like the hook getting
Yeah.
in your car while you're but it's a dog turd.
Yeah, I was just like,
A madman.
The escaped mental patient murderer,
Right.
right? With who had a hook hand.
A dog shit on my car when I was at Lover's Lane.
Yeah, that's right. And they kept
We need more Lover's Lanes.
They kept trying to warn me by flashing their lights. I thought they were the dangerous ones. It turns out there was a dog turd that kept.
there was a dog turd on the
haunted
back
dog
of
Depending
my
on
turd.
how I
car.
was driving, it was like gonna land on me. It was like, stop turning left because it's making it go that way.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah. So this lady, I hope they should say what her name is in the article. That's how
Right.
that's how I feel about it. Put her name and address in the article. This lady does not pick up after her dog.
Yeah.
They should publish her schedule.
Get her GCal public.
Publish her assassination coordinates.
Publish her guards' shifts. Need to publish her shift
When is there a
changes.
shift change for the bodyguards?
How do they? I can't. I mean, I'm sure it's just a movie thing. The shift changes, but like, man, if I was in charge of like a bank or a heistable place, I'd be like, everybody, guards. There is now going to be an overlap in shifts because these shift changes are becoming a huge problem for heists. You are now going to stay 15 minutes until the next guy is there.
Oh, come on. No, you will not be paid for your extra time.
Yeah. This thing where one of you leaves.
Criminal organization.
Yeah. This thing where one of you leaves and then the person is just alone in a room for 10 minutes. We are not doing that anymore.
That is over.
Our diamonds keep getting stolen. Yeah. Also, we're not putting them in the room with the vents to the diamond room. We're going to put them in a different
diamond
room.
don't need vents.
Yeah.
Don't need vents in there.
Completely vacuum.
It's fine.
Going to keep buying the component, okay?
There are only so many Fabergé eggs we can buy. Literally, yeah.
Number 2?
Number 2.
I also put poop in the DCs.
No! Tampered with. Spitting out the DC onto the recording thing, breaking it.
That's right.
End of the podcast. This story comes to us from Bookmark19 in the Discord. If you would like to submit stories to our podcast, you should join our Patreon at the $10 a month level, get access to our private Discord channels, and submit stories like this one. So bad news for Lore. I don't know what happens when they come back. I don't know if there's like a thing involved in it. But famously, Ireland, no snakes, thanks to St. Patrick.
Thanks to Patty.
He drove them out, St. Patty.
Patty did it.
Get
Is that who you're named after?
Yeah, here. I guess.
I mean, as like much as a Catholic can
It's
be
a
named
name.
after.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think I'm not named after any other person. I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just a name.
My parents reverse engineered mine. They said I was named after Katharine Hepburn, but I really wasn't. So in Ireland, sad news, they found a snake. Ireland has not had snakes for forever.
Jeez. This again?
We gotta get Patty. You gotta get over there and be St. Patrick too.
Get out of there. Knock it off.
God, there is so much. There's so much. I hate when an article has context. It's not for the podcast. I don't need to know about once home to the fearless pirate queen of this island.
Did St. Patrick's use a stick to get the snakes out? Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, it's like you and the dog turds.
His bishop's crozier.
Yeah, he dog turded them. He fired a snake onto the car of England across the. But
he drove them out. I guess I just went into the sea. That was it for them. Yeah, it's not clear.
I feel like it's good for kind of old stuff like that. That it's all paintings that are still and not videos or whatever. Because I feel like you get to have like the dramatic like St. Patrick holding up the stick and the snakes running away. Yeah.
Go on, get.
Where it wouldn't be as impactful if it was just like a video of him being like, ah! Like literally just smacking all the snakes. Scram. Yeah. Gah, gah. Scram.
Shoo. This article is impenetrable to me. I'm sorry. I can't. It's so long and it doesn't say anything about the snake. It's about like the history of the island.
I mean, the letters are starting to swim for Kath.
Is it a wild snake? Is it someone's pet they let loose?
I don't know.
Snake in Ireland.
There's a snake in Ireland.
These seem like important distinctions.
I mean, maybe there's not because this article is like insane. Keep talking and I'll see if I can find another one.
What else?
Kath is zooming.
382 episodes and we find out Kath can't read.
She's hit it incredibly well.
Faking it all this time. I'm like, what's her name from Glee? You never know.
Oh, Leah Michele.
I'm Leah Michele. I can't read.
I mean, I feel bad, but man, what a turn that always is when they're like this person, the Floyd Mayweather thing. That was
he can't read?
Yeah, you can never come back. He tried to start a beef with 50
These
Cent.
are all sort of like mean rumors and jokes.
Sure.
I mean, but he tried to start beef with 50 Cent and then immediately lost because 50 Cent was like, I will donate like $100,000 to a charity of your choice if you read a chapter of Harry Potter on video.
It's a special
he never did it.
Challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization
so
you
much
want
money.
Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
Fuck the bucket of ice.
During the ice bucket
challenge. Oh no.
Oh man,
terrible.
just teach him to read. Just teach him to read. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Floyd Mayweather has.
He's done very
Doesn't
well.
seem like he's needed it.
Well, no,
he's
I
done
was
very
like, I
well
thought he
without
had,
being able to.
I thought he had some bad stuff. But
Oh,
I
he
don't
does
know.
have bad stuff.
I mean,
he has
okay.
a lot of bad
my
stuff.
understanding is
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe he doesn't need to read. He's been too bad. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about with Floyd Mayweather, but yeah.
Anyway,
just
what's
a
going on with
huge
the snake?
loss to take a $750,000 to charity and have to be like, no, I'm
No,
not
I
reading
can't
a
do
book
it.
of Harry
Just
Potter.
memorize it. Have someone help you memorize
Memorize
it.
the
Do
whole
it bar mitzvah
chapter.
style.
I do feel like that's a thing you learn working on SNL. I think is like which celebrities are really bad at reading because they have cue cards and stuff for them. And I'm sure full illiterate is not common, but a lot of people have a lot of trouble reading. It turns
People
out,
have like dyslexia and things like that.
right? Yeah. Or they just like are not.
Or dumb.
Never- or
there are
dumb.
Actors who are you know.
They're actors. They put peanut butter in their mouths to make their mouths move on the sets of movies, and
And definitely like illiteracy is like a concerning problem
Huge
in America.
problem.
But when it's somebody who's bad or mean, then
it's funny.
yeah. If it's Leah Michelle or Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did find there was a real snake, and it was like very close to where they do this like St. Patrick's ceremony where they like reenact the snakes being driven out. Like someone dresses as a snake and like runs into the ocean. Oh no!
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Dressing as a snake is, and you got to sell it if you dress as a snake. You know, you can't just like dress and be like, all right, I'm here, I'm the snake. You got to be like moving,
Wiggling.
know.
You gotta wiggle. You
Yeah.
gotta wiggle and get hit with a.
Valdo from
yeah,
Soul
it's doing
Calibur.
crazy stuff. And you're rolling your S's if you're dressed as a snake.
Oh, you
there's no way can't.
gotta. You gotta.
They're like, you ready? And you're like, yes. You gotta.
So I guess this animal, it was a ribbon snake, usually found in North Africa. So probably someone's pet that has escaped. But it's Ireland. They're going to be proactive about this. They're like, this is our thing. This is our main thing.
Yeah.
It's like how in Alberta there are no rats. It's like the one place where there are no rats. They've successfully kept them out. And I don't know anything
Yeah.
else about Alberta,
Nobody,
so they got to keep
nobody
that.
snitches on anybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're really holding on to it. They got to have it because otherwise it's going to be like people just don't know anything about Alberta instead of knowing one thing about Alberta. Yeah. The ribbon snakes, those aren't the flying snakes, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. That would be terrifying. You're like, St. Patrick's would be like, okay, I got the snakes out. Then one snake comes and starts flying. He's like, I
didn't
don't
sign
think
up for this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm still doing this. I didn't realize they were going to do this.
I'm out.
And I'm out.
That's
yeah.
how anything like that where it's like a critter that has an ability that it shouldn't have is like a real bummer. Like
Yeah.
a spider that can jump. Fuck
Oh,
that.
yeah. They can launch.
I
Or when
don't like
it gets
that.
hot and then cockroaches can fly. Yeah.
That sucks.
Can't be evolving, dude.
The idea that like it hits a certain temperature and then you gain an ability.
Yeah, and they're like, and then their wings come out. They're
Texas,
sprouting.
man. They have those in
Yeah.
Texas.
I don't
The
gain
nice thing about
abilities
those is
on
they
top.
don't like infest your house. They get in by accident.
Oh, yeah.
But it is like having a fucking bat in your house because they're huge. It sucks.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like, I wish you could explain to them, and it's like, you know, even if though that thing when someone's like, they're scared just as much as you are, and it's like, yeah, but they're also gross.
Yeah,
I'm
they
less
don't feel
gross.
they don't feel fear like me. They don't
Yeah.
have like biblical references to plagues in their mind.
Yeah.
You know? There's no like social programming against humans
Yeah.
and cockroaches.
It's a tough line of charitable thinking when it's like if a flying cockroach like slammed into your face and they'd be like, they didn't like it very much either, and it's like, yeah, but it's different for me.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
like
Also,
it.
if they're
like-
grossed out, they're wrong. I'm not gross.
I'm not gross.
Yeah.
Also, if they're scared of me, fucking good. They
Yeah.
should be. I'm gonna fucking
I'll
kill
kill
them.
They're right to be. I'm gonna throw a book at them.
A rational fear. They're getting hit with a tennis
Yeah,
racket.
they're getting flattened under a graphic novel, baby.
Shriek and hit them with something.
Yeah.
oh man.
We'll put it
Here, take this copy of Black Hole to the dome,
down to
bitch.
my damn wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna mush down an Amazon Prime box on your ass. Get out of here. You're in for hurting.
Infinite Jest coming for your head.
Oh, God.
Get a big one.
Vaporized, absolutely flattened, sent into an atomic realm
Mm-hmm.
by Infinite Jest.
Yeah, anyway, that's what happened to this snake. I think they did, for old time's sake, I think they did drive it into the ocean, which is what you should
They
do.
just grabbed it and they were like,
That does seem like it would be fun. I don't approve of cruelty to animals besides bugs, but whipping a snake
Yeah,
around
if the
and
snake liked
hocking
it.
it into the ocean.
yeah, what if the snake was like, oh, this is great?
Yeah,
I would love that.
yeah. That's how we just go. They like it.
What about like
This is-
in Ireland if they like they found the lowly worm from Richard Scarry and they thought he was a snake?
They smushed him.
He's like driving his Apple car.
I was gonna say,
I'm in an Apple. I'm not.
Smash
Come on.
the Apple car underfoot.
They're gonna sink
Make an
his Apple car.
applesauce out of that bitch. Get him out of
Why
here.
would a snake be in an Apple car? Come on, I'm a worm.
No, they just
I'm a worm. I'm a worm.
they kick the whole Apple car into the sea, and it's sinking.
Put that
and he's-
crozier down. I'm a worm.
The busy town worm's slamming his head against the glass of his Apple car as it sinks into the sea.
Just trying to break the windshield.
Yeah.
You should have one of those like things that pops it. You know what I'm talking about? Those things you're supposed to keep in your car.
Yep, he didn't. He
He
doesn't.
hasn't seen those YouTube videos.
He drives
about
off
that.
a pier, comes to, he's already underwater. He's got like blood over one eye.
Yeah, it's like that Lars von Trier movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, making part of his lore, he doesn't have one of those. He can't get out.
Yeah.
It's like that Liam Neeson movie where he has amnesia and he's like, all I know is that you killed my wife or whatever. You know.
Man, people stay killing Liam Neeson's
He's got
relatives
a
I was
in
about to
movies.
say, I think that's every Liam Neeson movie where he's sinking in a car.
Yeah.
He's like always sinking
Someone's
in a car.
killed or
I think what he
apprehended
says
his
is like, he's
relative.
like, I don't remember everything, but I remember you son of a bitch, or something like that. And it's like, yep,
Tight. Here we go.
that's cool.
That is cool.
He's the
That
new
is
Naked
like
Gun now.
the scariest thing I can think of, by the way, is like drowning in a car.
He's Liam Neeson.
That's I cannot think of a scarier thing.
The
Mine
scariest
is,
thing you
uh,
think of is realizing you've killed Liam Neeson's wife.
It's over for me.
Come
on.
Damn it.
Mine is a ghost.
That's
But,
fair. That's
yeah.
fair.
Or you get trapped in a car with a ghost.
All of a sudden, there's also a ghost there.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
was
come
a
on!
question
I'm trying
that
to break
was,
the window just to let the water.
Yeah,
in
and the
so you
ghost was
drown.
like, "This happened to me, and I am dead."
That's why I'm in here, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I'm down here.
My unfinished business is
first
breaking a
time.
windshield, and I haven't been able to do it. So
This was a question posed to me recently. If you had to have an encounter with one, would you rather have an encounter with a ghost or an alien?
oh man,
you had to
probably
pick.
ghost.
I would say ghost too.
I feel like the ghost I would be able to mentally handle more, and the ghost is less likely probably to like do some shit to me.
It can't like probe you. It has no physical.
I probably
It can
don't.
haunt your mind.
I feel like the ghost
like open
probably
your
doesn't have a
cupboards and
problem
stuff.
with me either. I probably didn't do anything to the ghost, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing that's in this question is like, it doesn't assume intent of either one. Like, you don't necessarily know whether this is a malevolent or a benevolent
Yeah,
being.
just a random one.
Yeah.
Pick
But I
a
feel
one.
like
I think
ghost
I'd take
is
my
better.
chances with the alien.
You would?
Because if you don't know if it's benevolent, or you could learn some cool stuff.
You just bring it to
Get
the
some cool
dealer,
tech.
get it out of your
That's
hair.
right.
Then the
Or-
CIA kills both of you.
But you're
so-
not going to be like, you're not facing like supernatural torment. Like if it's
Right.
gonna, you know, they're not going to.
An alien doesn't necessarily fundamentally change the way I view reality.
Yeah.
Because like I'm like statistically there's probably some, you know? Ghost is like, okay, this is like shaking the foundations of what I
Oh,
believe
like
about
when
the
we
world.
die, that's not always
Yeah.
that interesting.
For the better though, you might be like, okay, I could be a ghost. You know, I got some more time than I thought.
Yeah. Depending
some
on the
unfinished business.
unfinished business. I
You
just
know,
always
you know
think
I'm
of
going to have unfinished business. I
Also-
never finish that to-do list. Who doesn't have unfinished business?
my friend Zach, who doesn't do comedy anymore, used to have a joke about how if you died doing autoerotic asphyxiation, your unfinished business is to come, and then you can't because you're a ghost, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah.
Good bit.
Yeah. I feel like also the ghost would have way less paperwork. If you meet an alien, you're going to be like,
Ghost-
you're going to be in a black site, like doing shit for the rest of your life. There's so much bureaucracy.
Or he's like a little
involved.
guy that can be your friend. You got to protect him from the guys.
You got to protect
Yeah.
him from the guys, but as we know with ET, that is difficult. In the scariest scene in a movie geared for children ever, the government's going to come try to take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do think, yeah, like if you see a ghost, you're not necessarily getting apprehended by like a 3-letter agency the way you are if you see an alien.
Yeah, and you're not riding your bike up into the sky you know, they're just going to intercept you. They're going to take you. They would have taken his bike out
Oh
just
yeah.
from downfield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have shot
Nailed
the
him.
family.
They absolutely would have shot
We
the
need
family.
this alien.
Hey, yeah,
Sorry, this is more important than, you know, any family. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you.
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
it's
man.
collateral damage. Yeah, the story of ET would be everyone in this neighborhood thinks there was a weird house fire, but there wasn't. And the CIA has
there
ET.
there was a family annihilation. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, these things happen.
These
And
things
ET's
happen.
ET's hand is zip tied to a board in a black site, and they're cutting up the part that glows. That's real ET. That's how it would really go down. All right.
Man, E.T. rocks.
It's so good. It's so fucking scary though, that one scene. It's yeah.
Like it's hard to imagine being in the theater, but like because I was like 2 or whatever, but like people must have been like jumping up and down in their seats at the end. Like that's real movie. Like that's like the only thing
That's
I think
real movies.
Like the only thing, Top Gun Maverick is like that. The event, like the later event, like the Avengers stuff before the, you know, like but like that's like that doesn't happen often anymore. I feel like that's real. Like everyone in the theater turns into a kid, basically.
Yeah, like I feel like there are a couple moments in my movie going life where like it's so whatever's happening makes people turn to strangers and like be excited. You know what I mean?
High-fiving.
Yeah. The last one that I saw like that was Hereditary, where it was so fucked up. People were turning to each other like, "Oh my god!" It was great.
I have to mention the tweet story of somebody who said that like after in Top Gun Maverick when he does the test run, the guy just says out loud, "And that's how it's done." Like some dad
saving the movies. Fuck yeah. And that's how it's done.
Just incapable of keeping that in.
That's beautiful.
I gotta say it, man. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, he's been waiting for that movie. He's like, this is the first time.
The old guy can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it's done.
Yep.
Number 1.
Coming home from Top Gun. You think I need antidepressants, huh? Well, I've got bad news for you.
Fucking cured.
Yeah. Number 1. Number 1 this week.
Hey, you gotta win.
And this week's number 1 reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number 1 this week comes to us from Seaman, The Curse of the Seaman, I believe.
No, it's something Seaman.
I don't know if I wrote this one down.
It was like a phrase.
Hang on.
I was trying to peek at
Ghost
it.
in the Seaman.
Ghost in the Seaman, that's
what
what it is. Yes. But this story is, I think we can all agree, this as a genre of just an occupation sucks. Any story that says YouTuber and then something happened to them, that's probably on our beat. That's YouTuber. I mean, I'm sure that it extends. I feel like even the decent people on YouTube wouldn't. It's a good like litmus test because they won't describe themselves as a YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, we fall into that too of like, I really hate saying I'm a podcaster, even though I'm like proud of our actual podcast.
Yeah.
It sucks to be like, I'm a podcaster.
Well, yeah, and I don't think any of us would say that we are. I'll
say
be like,
we're
I have a
comedians.
podcast.
We're comedians who have a podcast.
I also think there's a difference between I have a podcast and I'm a podcaster.
You're right.
You know, it's
You're
like a
right.
different. It's this word that's very like It's like preacher. You know. It's got this very, very like specific energy to it.
Yeah.
But yes, this is an aspiring YouTube influencer. Talk about a cursed phrase.
Aspiring is, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even have fucking followers, you idiot.
Yeah. And self-described danger tourist. He was arrested by authorities in India. So this is 24-year-old U.S. national Mikhailo Viktorovich Polyakov. And he was taken into custody. So this is... You know, there's like a couple of these people. He's not at the level of like nuisance streamer, which I hate as a thing that people do, where they just go and, you know, like break.
So what do you do
social
for a
norms.
living? I'm a nuisance.
Yeah.
That's my job. People pay me to be a pain
I'm
in
a
the ass.
stinker. I'm a menace.
I'm a little stinker.
Yeah. Dennis the Menace would hate you. He wouldn't think what you do is cool at all. You're nothing
think it was
like
in
him.
Poor taste.
So
This guy goes to like dangerous places is the idea.
Yeah. Going to
Travel
places.
YouTube to like extreme.
Yeah. But of course, not anything like dangerous from the world. Dangerous, and I feel like these people go to places where it's like dangerous because they're like, no one wants me to be here, so it's dangerous.
Right. It's
like,
not like reporting from a war zone to give people important information. It's like, I'm gonna go risk my life because these people are gonna want to fucking kill me because I suck.
Yeah. Or one of like the bushcraft people who's like, this is a very uninhabitable environment. They're just like, no, people have asked me not to be here, and so I am in danger. It's like, well, if only there was some way to avoid that. So this is like, I think all three of us individually have heard of this island. This is North Sentinel Island.
Yes.
It is one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth, completely uncontacted. I mean,
last
very
guy
briefly,
that tried to go there was a missionary who they killed instantly.
I believe they found him floating in the water, like literally riddled with arrows.
Full of arrows.
Yeah, like
they were briefly contacted in like the 70s.
Yeah.
There was an anthropologist who went, and he never got on the island, but he would come on a boat and like give them, I think he gave them like watermelons or something.
Yeah.
And they like came out and took the watermelons and then went back. But like, nothing. Since that guy retired, like nobody.
And did they kill?
Now, like
was
the
that
elders are like, remember those watermelons?
Those were good.
Yeah.
I think they might have killed somebody.
Did they kill? There was like a royal. Like it was like a.
Oh yeah, I think it was a Hearst or something.
Yeah, they killed one of the Hearst.
That was in New
kids.
Guinea. That was a different guy.
Okay, yeah. Which that's a very interesting story if you read about it too.
Who was,
They think he might have
disappeared, right? Like they just never found out.
Another guy went and like embedded himself enough that like he understood enough language, and they like basically overheard them being like, "We should not have killed the man with the glasses. we fucked up." Like,
yeah, it was like an Oppenheimer. It was some like scion of a rich family.
Yeah,
and there were pictures of them, of this tribe, and there was a guy who looked white, and they thought maybe it was him and he had survived. But then this other guy went, and they were like, "Yeah, we shouldn't have killed that guy."
Yeah.
So,
I think it might be one of the Carnegies.
I think you might be right. Yeah. I think you're right.
And they're basically like, this guy went in and it, like, he wasn't really going to try to find out if they killed him, but it was definitely on his list of things he would have liked to know.
Like,
and
while we're here.
Yeah. I think he like literally like very funny, like overheard one of them took another one and was like, "Hey, don't tell him about that one guy." Because it turns out everyone's really mad about that guy.
Hey, is there another guy who looked kind of like me here? Yeah. It's like, what? Who's asking? What are you?
Who's
cop?
asking? Yeah.
But
okay, this is North Sentinel Island.
This is North Sentinel Island, which they're truly like uncontacted. This is this is not. They're not taking any like creative liberties by saying that. Like no one has ever learned their language. I don't think they don't. I mean, they just kill you if you try to get on their island.
Yeah, they don't want you there.
Fair enough. Based on what happens when you let fucking random white people on your island. Good. Yeah.
Nothing positive happens for you once you do that.
Yeah. Enjoy your like untouched ecosystem that's not, before someone finds out that your bark makes Ozempic and like bombs your shit off the map. So keep killing people with arrows. So it's honestly crazy that he is being arrested, and I'm like mad he's just getting arrested. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm
let him get the arrows, dude.
But he managed to like actually get to the island and landed on the beach for 5 minutes to record footage on a GoPro camera, and he left a coconut and a can of Diet Coke as gifts. Maybe that's why he's alive. The DC.
The DC might.
He's
seen The Gods Must Be Crazy, apparently.
Yeah. What are those strange 2 items?
Yeah. Very odd.
Why would you leave it?
Also, do we know they don't have coconuts?
They gotta have coconuts on there.
It seems like among the things you could guess they might have there is coconuts.
That is a bullshit gift. What would you be giving them? Nerds
Diet
wrote.
Coke. Diet Coke's pretty good.
Diet Coke is a
purple
a
Doritos.
Purple
Popeye's
Doritos.
3-piece
blow their
with
mind.
a biscuit.
Over instant.
Well, that's like the alien thing. That would be something maybe on the bonus. What would you give an alien if you had to prepare a meal for an arriving emissary?
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
Shelby. Shelby floating in the water outside North Sentinel Island, filled with arrows, holding a fleshlight.
Clutching it. His corpse gone rigor mortis, hand clutching the fleshlight.
But like as we said, the fact
what is this strange totem?
Yeah.
Wait, that kind of looks like. Hang on.
I don't think like you need colonialism to like teach jerking off. I bet they have that on that island. I bet they figured it out.
Oh, you don't need to teach anybody. I mean, they just do it weirder. Like kids who just like they're like, I didn't know what that was. I just like would like climb on my couch weird.
Yeah,
and that was what I liked. Yeah. No, but also like saying, If you're hearing this, you're like, oh, he just went to the beach for 5 minutes. It's like, that's not even, he's like full of shit. It's like, no, like reaching the beach is unlikely. Most people have been killed before they land on the island.
There was like an accidental, like a fishing boat that got like blown out there. Yeah. And you can still see all the wreckage from it because they fucking killed those guys.
Yeah. Going like this guy was in extreme danger by going towards the beach. I guess he got really lucky and they just weren't. It was a shift change.
It was a shift change.
Got lucky.
Classic.
Yep. Managed to get that coconut and Diet Coke on there.
Music.
Playing this music.
A traditional North Sentinelese song.
I'd leave a Girls Gone Wild tape for them.
Just a tape with no way to consume it.
Yeah. I wonder if those like
solar powered CRT that you rig up so they can watch like shitty VCR, like one of those built-in VCR TV
again
sets.
Another thing where it's like they've seen tits. Like this isn't.
They've probably seen them all the time.
They're probably out a lot more. They probably see them way more often.
Yeah. I'm going to leave not the real video, but the one where it still says Girls Gone Wild over them.
Over
so
the
they're
boobies.
like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. They won't know what those words mean, though. They don't speak that language.
That's true.
It'll just be strange runes.
Right.
Strange characters covering this. Yeah, so this guy is going to get arrested for good reason.
The problem with them being uncontacted is like, I do want to know what they think of the Diet Coke, and we'll never know. We can't ask.
Did they like take it back when they arrested him? Like I assume, or what?
I don't know, but they can't get there.
I don't think they go to
They
that
just have
beach.
like a video of him doing it. I don't think they can go retrieve it because they'll get full of arrows.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I also feel like even if they're uncontacted, they probably have, like, I feel like trash probably still washes up there.
Right.
So they probably have seen it before.
They definitely know there are people that have different stuff than them, and they're like not interested.
Right. They probably somebody probably just pitched it back into the water or something. Like
Right.
it's out of here.
Yeah.
Coconut.
They probably
We
seen
have
the cans. Yeah.
What the hell's this?
Yeah.
Also, like, if you don't know what Diet Coke is, it does not look like something you should drink.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, this brown
like
liquid, no thanks.
Cleaning solvent or
Yeah.
something.
I mean,
Motor oil.
Yeah, it does very much look like you pour it into like a motor oil, like clean your engine with it.
Which
you
it
know?
would.
Yeah. It's like it looks like Castrol GTX or something.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, okay, but we've been trained. We know to look for that beautiful silver can
Right.
or bottle.
Just opening it, the bubbles, and then the bubbles go away, and that's an ill omen.
Carbonation for the first time does seem like it would be incredible. Those little bubbles dancing on your tongue.
What if the Diet Coke got really shaken up, as it might have when he was traveling to North Sentinel Island, and they opened it, sprayed in their face? They consider
A
that
weapon.
They consider that an act of war, and
Yeah. We're sunk.
we're done for.
He just gets onto the island, and then he just immediately like fakes slipping and falling and drops 2 gallons of milk. Like that's like,
He slams the gallons
he's
of
like
milk
one
on the
of those
beach.
guys.
Yeah.
I do think though, like also if you've never had soda before and you open the Diet Coke and it's like, oh, this has gone bad. That's the other thing you think. Because that's like a fermentation.
Was it a can or what did he say? Did we say
It said
bottle?
can.
That's a can.
Yeah. No,
Pretty
he's
meager offerings.
Yeah.
this YouTuber is going to North Sentinel Island. He's going to spend years integrating into their society and learning their society so that he can then violate social norms for his nuisance channel.
Figure out their cultural
No, what you
equivalent
gotta
of slamming
understand
the
is
milk.
for them, this is like really messed up. It doesn't
Yeah,
seem like it.
they hate when I do this. This is actually really disrespectful.
I raised my eyebrows at a child. Now I'm being cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like among you will not believe how much they hate this hand gesture.
Right.
This is like the most offensive thing you can do to anybody.
Yeah, that's what these nuisance streamers should go. Hey, you know what would be really a big nuisance? You should go beat your chest at a gorilla tribe. You should
Yeah.
go beat your chest at silverbacks.
I agree with that.
They find that extremely disrespectful.
They'll be really funny. They'll be really distressed but won't be violent.
Yeah. No, it'll be funny.
They'll just be mad.
Your eyeballs won't be flying out of your head because they hit you so hard.
Yeah, you're not going to look like an R. Crumb drawing where they smack you in the head with their fist.
Oh, you look like R. Crumb looking at a thick-thighed lady, but it's you getting punched in the back of the head.
Yeah, you're going to die of Tex Avery wolf disease
That's right.
from getting nailed in the head by a silverback's fist.
We should probably wrap it up, folks. It's time for plugs.
Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out Kath's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
Chill, relax, have a matcha.
I'm going to be in Austin, Texas this weekend. So if you're down there, I have a bunch of stuff I'm doing. Friday, I'm doing, I think it's called Signing Off. It's my friend Duncan Carson's new show at Fallout Theater. It's going to be great. They just wrote an article about how it's the anti-Kill Tony show. So it's like it's a live podcast. It's a variety show. I'm doing stand-up on it. It should be really fun. It's at 10 p.m. this Friday. And then I'm also doing Master Pancake. So we're doing Tootsie. It's going to be really fun. We have an early show Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then I'm doing the Choose Your Own Master Pancake on Sunday at 12:30, where you can bring your own movie and the audience will pick what we watch and we will improvise Mystery Science Theater style comedy show. So it'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to those shows. If you're in the Austin area, please come out to one or several of those.
I've got this coming Friday, April 11th, at I believe 8:30 p.m. I will be at Pine Box for Drop Up Video, where comics make fun of music videos. It is a new metal night version of it, so I'll be critiquing some sort of new metal.
Tight. Iggy, you got anything? No.
She just kind of rubs her
Soft
face. She
nosing,
doesn't
yeah.
even do like the breathing. She doesn't give you the
No, she's kind of rubbing her
no
nose on it.
satisfaction from that. I got nothing. Go see Kath at the Revive Tony or Resurrect Tony.
Bring him back. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks.
Goodbye.